First of all, it has been an amazing day. It has been an amazing couple of days, but we all do need to stand up and just take a little stretch. Can we stand up real quick? Everybody on your feet. Maybe this way, let's stretch. We got 15 minutes together, so I'm gonna give you everything I got, and I want y'all to give it right back to me too. How about that, all right? All right, let our time start now. But wait, don't sit down yet. I'm gonna take y'all back to church because I'm from Atlanta. So, turn to your neighbor and say, neighbor, we're gonna need your elbow grease today. All right, thank you. Y'all can sit back down. Okay, so one reason why I said that is because at HBCU Heroes, we believe that everybody can be an HBCU hero with a little bit of elbow grease, right? That's how it works. So we're gonna need your elbow grease today. So we're gonna start this, I'm assuming. We're stretch, like we say in Hollywood, stretch. Okay, we are going to start with a little bit of trivia here. Who in here is a sports fan? Any sports fans? Sports fans? Awesome. So we are a team of sports fans and we're athletes, really. George Lynch is my ride or die partner who started HBCU Heroes with me. Some of you all who live in LA would know George Lynch as being a Lakers player. He played for the Lakers back in the day. Yay, Lakers fans. Where are my Lakers fans? Awesome. He also played for the 76ers. We both went to UNC Chapel Hill, but most importantly, he was an athlete because he played in the NBA. And of course, more importantly, I was a cheerleader in high school. So we are a team of athletes, and we actually started HBCU Heroes because George, after he got out of the NBA, he got his first head men's basketball coaching position at Clark Atlanta University in Atlanta. So if any of you have gone to, a big university like ours, UNC Chapel Hill, who, we win a lot of NCAA championships, and, we're really considered a big deal. When he got to Clark Atlanta, he thought all colleges were like that. So he gets to, he's like, where's the training table? Like, where do the meals come from? And they were like, oh, there's no training table here. And he's like, and then Trace, all of my athletes, they don't have scholarships because sometimes at HBCUs, they don't put sports first because they're really about academics. So he was like, so now we got to raise money for scholarships. And then they had one kid who had a book that was $500 and he couldn't afford it. So George had to then shell out the money for the books. And he was like, we have to start a nonprofit so we can help my basketball team to be competitive. And so that's what we did with HBCU Heroes. We started it so that George's team could come and be more competitive and win playoffs and championships. And then we started seeing where there were a lot of different needs. And so we said, okay, we're going to help all HBCU students, as many as we can, across the country. So that's actually how we got started. And now we have a mission where we do career prep, of course, financial literacy, we give scholarships, and we do lots of great work all across the nation to help as many HBCU students as we can. We try to help at least 20 to 30,000 a year. And some of you all in here are with us in networking and doing all the things with mentorships that we do to help these students, because I've been talking to many of you as I've been in the audience, as I wore my shirt. People have been coming up to me saying, hey, I volunteered with you in Goodera on January 30th. And so let me see, put your hand up if you volunteered with us already. I know LexisNexis people are here. There you go, I know you were here. DocuSign, there's Dropbox, there's so many of you all that are in here that really contributed to the work that we do already with Goodera. And speaking of Goodera, we're gonna get this straight. Okay, well, I'm just gonna keep talking because I learned this, as we all do. We learn one thing you gotta do is pivot. Now, clearly, I do not have this memorized, right? So if we're gonna go off script, let's just go. Let's just go completely off script and really get this. This is what happens. Thank y'all. So with Goodera and HBCU Heroes, Goodera came to us and they said, listen, we have a lot of partners who really want to help out HBCUs. They want to do mentorships, they want to do volunteering, they want to do virtual corporate networking and all of that. And they said, would you be willing to help us put some programs together so that our corporate partners could participate? I said, would we be willing? We would love to do that. And so our partnership came together because Goodera wanted us to help out. And so we put together, really they put together, because you know how Goodera does. They kind of do all the legwork and you just swoop on in like the hero. So we put together this Mission Future Forward, which is an initiative that really joins the best of both worlds. So all of the corporate partners who come and join us in this, we started doing this to help to bridge the gap with academic potential, with mentorship, with volunteering, and it's been working out really, really well so far. We've also had, sorry, we're skipping all around. We also had the journey include the career forums, LinkedIn and resume reviews, and speed mentoring. So the great news is, with the partnerships that we've built through the Future Forward program, sometimes people say, and there probably are some of us in here who really don't have the time to mentor. We talked about scopes of working and relationships and projects in one of our breakout rooms yesterday in the skills volunteering. But sometimes you don't have 2 hours to participate, but you do have 30 minutes and you can work independently. Do we have any of those in here? Maybe you have 30 minutes, but maybe not 2 hours, right? So some of the projects we do are independent together so that you can do that alone. Or we have empowering students through lots of things like speed mentoring. On the 30th of January, I know some of you all were in here, we did the speed mentoring sessions, which were great. One thing that maybe some of you don't know, which I think is really important when we talk about HBCU students, there are 60% of HBCUers who come from first generation, head of household, single head of household, mostly families. And so they don't have the corporate connections to, when they're getting out of college, to have John or Bob say, hey, my son just graduated from Harvard. You got anything at your company that, he can get a job at or an internship? They don't. So for the most part, things like this speed mentoring, there are HBCUers who may live in Mississippi, they may live in Arkansas, they may live in family, well, let's be frank, I call them flyover states, but they're not flyover states when you're living there and you don't have a way to connect with the corporation who, right, am I right? Who you might need a job or internship from. So our speed mentoring helps. It helps to get those connections going. It helps to make sure that all of our HBCU students are getting jobs and internships. Also, we've done related questions, answering questions where we have students who will send in questions. Again, this is the independent way that we do it. They send in their questions and then volunteers like yourself can answer those career prep questions because you never know what knowledge and information you may have, whether it's you might be an intern at a new company, or you may be the VP, you may be the CEO, but all of your journeys and experiences to someone who does not have those relationships and who doesn't really know how to necessarily get the interview tips to really succeed in their next interview. Everything that you all provide and you all are giving to these students, it so matters and so makes a difference. We also do LinkedIn profile reviews. Myself, and I'm sure there may be others in here, I am not a LinkedIn expert. I actually have someone who helps me with my LinkedIn. Do we have any LinkedIn experts? Okay, so that is, yeah, right? We're all kind of working on it. But we do have a Rock Your Profile volunteerism that we do so that we give you all, someone was talking about this yesterday, making sure that all of our volunteers have the programming and the paperwork and everything set up so that when you're doing these kind of reviews, you know exactly what to say and we all look like superstars, right? So that's one thing we do. Resume reviews, so important. A lot of times we'll have students who don't know that there's automated tracking systems. Whose companies in here use ATS for hiring? Back there? Okay, anybody else? Yeah, back there. Sometimes we have students say, I submitted 100 resumes, 200 resumes, nobody is responding and they have no idea why. it's the ATS, right? You don't use those keywords. You don't have that resume set up so that it's just a single column and not 2 columns with pictures and formatting. Sometimes they don't know this. They don't know what they don't know until we give them that elbow grease, right? And we get in and let them know about their resumes, what they need to be. So that's another thing we do. And then the career readiness kits. We do this all with Goodera. And I think that's the final one that we have here, right? Again, this is not memorized, so we're going to really need to keep up here. Thank you. So now we're going to show you, don't just take my word for it, we're going to show you the impact we've been making.
Goodera's Future Forward mission in partnership with HBCU Heroes is a powerful force for change, designed to empower students achieve extraordinary success. Many HBCU students often navigate their careers with limited access to mentors and essential resources. Our work with HBCU Heroes is dedicated to closing these gaps by providing students with the guidance, support, and opportunities they need to thrive. With a goal to deliver exceptional value to HBCU students, we've hosted an array of impact-driven events with corporates. Volunteers dived into Goodera's Career Forum, an online community connecting students with professionals. Mentors answered students' career-related questions, offering personalized advice. On January 30th, 9 corporate partners joined the mission through engaging speed mentoring sessions. Mentors connected with 120 HBCU students to empower them with real-world insights. The impact we've ignited with the Future Forward mission is only the beginning of something truly transformative.
It gave me the key skill of networking and understanding resume writing.
One of the things that Goodera has taught me is they've given me a lot of confidence, so I'm able to get internship and job opportunities. One very big takeaway that I've had so far is how to make a really good resume. I really like attending their sessions because I'm able to get a lot of knowledge from a lot of people who are already in the work field.
And one of the biggest takeaways I took from Goodera mentorship is the ability to network.
Together, let's build a future where every HBCU student has the chance to succeed, and in doing so, change the world.
So there we have it. That is some of the work we did thanks to you all, because many of you in the room helped us on all of these events, so thank you for that. We also had a couple of really great examples of how the work that we're all doing together really pays off. We had Trinity Lawrence Williams. I know there was a Rattler. Who's a Rattler? Where are you? There you are. I remember that. You went to FAMU. You're a Rattler. Is there only one? And by the way, I should have opened it this way. Do we have any HBCU alumni? Hey, there we go. There we go. Okay, wait, we're going to take a minute because I still got 3. Where did you go? Say SC stayed. Who else said HBCU? All right, Louisiana. Who else is in the room went to an HBCU? FAMU, Rattlers. There we go. Anyone else? Okay, I actually did go to A&T, North Carolina A&T State University for a summer, so I count myself as an HBCU or two. All right, so then we get back to Trinity Lawrence, who is a Rattler, who said after she was able to take some of the programming, mentorship sessions, resume reviews, she realized where she was kind of going wrong, and all of you all and your companies and Goodera and HBCU Heroes helped steer her right, so she just got a new job thanks to our programming with Goodera. We have Darion Graham, who is currently a junior at Livingstone College in North Carolina. He just got a new internship at a bank, and again, it just was those couple tweaks when you're sending out all those resumes, not really sure what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong, and folks like you helping them on their way. So that's what we do. Now, let's take a listen to what our corporate partners are saying. We have LexisNexis, who won the awards last night. I'm actually going to also just really put Monica Garrett on the radar. For Monica and I from LexisNexis, I know she's looking at me with a side eye because she don't like all this attention. But we actually lived 4 houses from each other in North Carolina when we were kids. We lost track, because sometimes that happens, of each other. And then LexisNexis her company that she helps do all this work for, they actually did this event with us, and Monica was not able to attend the event because she does what you all do. You plan everything, you're so busy, you can't really do all the things, right? So she wasn't able to attend, but I wanted to show Monica and the rest of you what LexisNexis said about the event. And again, each student was offered a unique perspective, making this a meaningful and dynamic experience for LexisNexis volunteers. That's what we like to hear. IBMers, where are my IBMers? I know there were some in yesterday. No, not today? Well, IBM was also, we did one with them, and they said, what an honor to be able to support students in their college to career journeys. And that's exactly what we want. We want to have more of you all having these experiences with us and HBCUers because we're really making an impact together. We can't do it without you. Moving forward. So what's next? We are going to expand our offerings, expand our services for mentorship and deeper engagement opportunities with Goodera. And we're hoping, really hoping, that you all can join us. We're going to be doing more volunteering virtually in office as well. How many of you really love the virtual thing? This saves you time. You all are back on, you like to be back outside, like to do the things? All right, well, we're gonna be doing both. So volunteering virtually, mock interviews, career coaching, and career kits and internships. So we really hope that y'all will join us in that. And the work just doesn't stop there. Your partnership matters. We're going to keep building together for Future Forward, which is why we really need your elbow grease. So can we count on you all to maybe get more involved and give your elbow grease to HBCU Heroes in Goodera? Maybe find more about it? Yay! We're looking forward to meeting each and every one of you and working with you. We'll meet you where you are so we can develop programming that works for you all. And we really do appreciate, again, all of you so far. I know I've mentioned a few. All of the partners who helped contribute and make this a success, we really greatly appreciate you all. And again, Future Forward, we will be doing more with Goodera. And I'm out of time. I'm Tracy Pennywell from HBCU Heroes. Thank you.